Broke but want to earn? I've seen so many videos that promise easy money, but then they'll tell you to start a YouTube channel, grow a blog, or build a social media brand. Sure, these things can work, but they take months and sometimes years to pay off. What if you need cash this week or even today? That's where most of these videos fall flat. They just aren't realistic for people who actually need to make a difference in their budget right now. So in this video, I will show you 7 side hustles you can start completely for free, even with zero experience. And the best part is that you can start earning from day one. And make sure to stick around till the end, because I'll also share a few quick bonus tips that can help you earn even more from some of these side hustles with almost no extra effort. In case you don't know, my name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online. And in this video here, I'll show you 7 realistic side hustles you can start for free with no skills, no hidden costs, and no fluff. These are options you can start today and actually see your first earnings within hours or days, not weeks. I have personally tested hundreds of platforms and methods over the years, and these are some of the best ways to earn online if you're just starting out, whether you're, for example, between jobs, you just need extra cash, or you just want something simple that works. You just, of course, need to do it with the right expectations. When it's something that's completely free and where you can start earning right away, it's of course not something that will make you rich. It's not something you can do for a living, but it is something you can do no matter your experience, and you can get started today. So let's get into it and start with the first method, which is one of the absolute easiest ways to start earning some extra money. It's not such a prioritized list, because which of the options are the best really depends on your personal preferences. And remember to stick around to the end, where I'll share some great bonus tips that can really boost your earnings. So one of the absolute easiest and fastest ways to start earning a bit of extra money on the side completely for free is paid surveys. So you can just join a paid survey site, you can answer some questions, and you can start earning right away. It will not earn you a huge amount of money, but in some countries you can definitely make some nice extra side income. The most important thing is to find the right survey sites for your country, and that's why I manually spent a lot of time building and updating continuously sites or lists for the best sites in specific countries. So you can go through here, and I'll leave a link to this below, of course, and you can come choose your country and then easily get started. But maybe you're not interested in paid surveys, or maybe there are not a lot of paid surveys in your country, or you just also want to combine it with something else. Well, don't worry, I have plenty of other free side hustles you can get started with right away. Another great free way to earn some extra money online is by participating in user testing. And usertesting.com is one platform, another one is Testing Time. These are just 2 examples. I have a full list on my website about the best user testing platforms I've tested. I'll also leave a link to that below. What's so great about this is that it can actually be fun. You usually have to record your screen and explain your thoughts out loud, and usually you can earn quite good money by doing this. It can be somewhere between $10 and $50 per task, and it can take anywhere from 10 up to 45 or 60 minutes usually. Of course, some take longer, but then they also pay more. The thing about user testing is that you should just be aware that there are usually not a lot of opportunities on each platform, so that's why it's a good idea to join several of them if this is something you want to do. But when you then qualify, they usually pay quite well. Another free way to earn some extra money is by doing micro tasks or data entry tasks. It can also be these AI training tasks. One platform, for example, is Clickworker, where you can do this. Another popular one is Amazon Mechanical Turk, where you can again join for free. You can find different small tasks like this. I also have a full list of the best data entry jobs like this on my website. I will leave a link to that below also. And it's usually quite easy to do. It doesn't pay that well, so it can take some patience, but it is free. It's something you can get started with right away. But whether it's the right option for you or not, that really depends on the type of tasks you prefer. So a fun way to earn some extra money is by playing games, because there are actually get paid to sites that offer a lot of these different games you can download and get paid. I would say it's mainly relevant if you really like playing games anyways, because then you can get paid for it. It's not effective in the sense that if you just want to earn to just play the games, but if you really like playing games anyways, then a great platform, for example, is FreeCast. They have some of the highest paying of these gaming offers that I've seen, and I've tested hundreds of get paid to sites. But this is just one example. There are many other great ones, and many of them have low payer thresholds, so you can quickly get paid. I do have a full list of the best ways to earn by playing games here on my website, so I'll leave a link to that below also, so you can go and check that out if this is a side hustle you are interested in. We now only have 3 more options to go over before I will share a bonus tip about how to get even more out of these side hustles. And it would be great if you could just take 1 second to like this video, because it can help it to be seen by more people, and I would definitely appreciate that support. Another great way to earn some extra money is by participating in online focus groups. There are many options like this. It can be Survey Junkie, it can be user interviews, there's Respondent, FF focus groups. These are just some examples. I have a full list of some of the best ones that I have tried on my website also. I'll also leave a link to that below. But the great thing about focus groups is that you show up, you share your opinion, you talk with others online. Sometimes you can also go to physical locations, and that usually pays more. But if we're now just focusing on online, there are also options like this online, and they usually pay quite well. Of course, you have to usually show up at a specific time, but it can definitely be worth it and interesting in my opinion. Just as, for example, with UserTest, the challenge here is that usually there are not that many you can apply for, and sometimes it can be hard to qualify, but that's why it's a good idea to join several platforms that offer it, and then once in a while you will qualify for one, and then it will definitely pay quite well when you do. A great way to earn without doing anything extra whenever you're online anyways is by using passive income apps. Usually it means that you just need to install it, then you will earn in the background without doing anything extra. An example of this is, for example, Pawns. It's one of the best ones that I've tested for this, where you just install it and then you will earn by sharing your unused internet bandwidth. But that's just one example. I do have a whole list of different passive income apps like this on my website also. I will leave a link to that below, so you can also go and check that out if you're interested in this way of earning. So the last option I wanted to talk about is to flip free stuff. So that means you can find free stuff online, and then you can get it and you can sell it for a profit. And there are actually people that making $1,000 plus per month by doing this. So it is possible, but of course it will take some time to get the knowledge about how to do it and all that. But I actually recently published a full video. I'll leave a link in the top corner here and also below to this here about reselling free stuff online and the exact steps and everything you need to know to get started with. So if that's something you're interested in, then make sure to check that out. But let's now go over some important tips about how to then earn the most from these side hustles. So here's a few tips to make sure you earn the most. And the first important tip is to stack multiple methods. Because, for example, if you want to earn more without spending more time, then you can, for example, use a few of the passive income apps running in the background while you're, for example, taking surveys or doing micro tasks. And that way you're actually doubling your output without doubling your effort. So that's definitely one thing you should make sure to do, in my opinion. And the second tip is to set aside some specific time. It can be daily, it can be weekly, depending on your schedule. But the thing about side hustles, sometimes people think that they've done a side hustle for months or for a year without results. And then when you really ask them, it turns out that maybe they've spent half an hour here and there. So to make sure you actually see results, you need to take consistent action. And that's why it's a good idea to say, like, okay, for example, I have half an hour, I know, every morning, for example, or every evening, afternoon, or for lunch break or something like that. And then you do that period, you know that you will do those tasks. You can even make a little schedule. So you say, like, here I want to focus on, for example, paid service, and you have the passive income apps running in the background, or here I want to focus on the micro jobs or something like that. So definitely make sure to actually set aside time so you also take action. Without action, you will not start earning. And then a very important last tip here is also that you should not chase every platform. When you first get started, I personally recommend, for example, choosing 5 to 7 different platforms, because I know it's tempting to sign up for every single app and website out there, but I do recommend to sticking to a few at first, so you can actually focus on these and find out what the best are for your location and your routine and with your profile, because this can vary and you need to put in a bit of time to test this yourself. And if you just join all the options you can, it can become overwhelming, and then often you will not actually see results. So you'll see better results like this, and you will also avoid burning out in my experience. And then once you get into a routine, you know exactly which methods and platforms works best for you, then you can always join more later. And by implementing this and using some of these methods, then you can start earning some nice extra money on the side. And if you want to know more about any of these methods, as mentioned, I will leave links below so you can find more info about them. And also, if you're in general interested in more in-depth information about free ways to earn online, I have a completely free 5-day email course also. I will also leave a link to that below so you can go and check that out. And also, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.